Oh, fuck. Maybe I should move the fucking, maybe I should not cut my foot off with this axe by accident. Accident. Ha ha ha. I swear. Let me fucking adjust this. Okay, I think that's good enough for my very low standards. Hey everybody, it's time for another horror pack unboxing. I can't believe this one's here already. It's 2 days after my birthday. I'm 20 years old now. Happy birthday to me. And just like last year, where I said it's my birth month, I hope this is good, I'm gonna say the same thing here and hope that this pack is like gonna be fucking great. Honestly, as long as it does not have the Grudge or the Ring in it, like, maybe I should cut away from myself. Because the pack in last May, I was really disappointed because it had, again, I'm cutting towards myself like an idiot. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the pack last May for my birthday month was disappointing because they had the Grudge, like 3 in it, the third American Grudge movie. If it was like the third Japanese Grudge, I wouldn't have much of a problem, but it was the American one, so I was like, oh, that's bad. So looks like we've got a clear case in here this time. Let's just grab the first one and let us hope this is a good one. Oh, shit. They said that there was going to be a movie in here that involves hunger. I didn't think it would actually be the film Hunger. This film I've actually seen before. I really like this movie. Essentially, it's like this guy locks a bunch of people up in this room for like, I think that's like a week or two. Essentially, they're locked up in there for like a week or two with like, it's been years since I've seen it, but they're locked up in there for a week or two with a bunch of other people they don't know. And they have to survive, okay, it says here on the back, 30 days without food. And the person who's running this experiment wants to see how long it takes them to crack and eventually resort to cannibalism. I actually really like this film. It said like on the fucking hints that this is a body horror film. I really wouldn't call this a body horror film. I would honestly call this a, I think my fans are a little too fucking loud, but, let me turn those off. Because it's bothering me. It's gonna bother me, it's gonna bother everybody else. There we go. I turned off the main fucking loud one. Ugh, I'm not editing that out because I don't really care anymore. But yeah, it said on the hint this was like a body horror film. I honestly would not call this a body horror film. I would say this is more of a kind of psychological horror film. But yeah, no, I really like Hunger. That movie is really good. At least from what I can remember. I watched it on Netflix years ago. This is one I haven't heard much about this, but I remember on the hints when they put it out on like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram that a lot of the hints for this one was Silent Retreat, and it's Silent Retreat, which I've never heard of or seen this movie before. Let's see. Following an assault charge, Janie Andrews is sent to a remote rehabilitation center in order to avoid jail time. Run by an ominous doctor and his 2 sons, Janie is instructed to follow the rules of the retreat without question. No talking, no eye contact, no interaction of any kind. It doesn't take long for her to realize that something sinister is taking place, and with the help of a fellow inmate named Alexis, the girls attempt to flee. However, despite the doctor's deplorable motives, Janie soon discovers something much more dangerous lurks just beyond the trees. This actually sounds a lot like, where is it? The film that Massacre Video put out in conjunction with Vinegar Syndrome. I'm talking about Escape from the Insane Asylum, which they released in a limited to 1,000 copies DVD release, and this movie is really bad. Like, it's about it's a shot-on-video film about a woman trying to escape a mental institution where they're performing, like, where the sadistic family that runs it is performing brain surgeries on them without, like, anesthetic and stuff. And, like, with the cover art and the title and the plot, you would expect this to be some crazy, cool, kind of violent, fucked up shot-on-video film. But really, it's really fucking boring. I reviewed it on my channel. But it was limited to 1,000. I have 29, and I bought this like I think it's like 2 years after this has been released, and and I'm at number 29. I'm number 29, which probably means this film is not selling very well, which is probably why it's only $12 on the Massacre Video website. But enough about a film I've actually seen. This film I've never seen, and it sounds fairly interesting. Rue Morgue says it beautifully blends supernatural horror with the terrors of the real world. I don't know. I kind of like the disc for this. I think this is supposed to be like one of those old like film tins. That's kind of cool. But they did that with Cannibal Holocaust, or at least a DVD release of Cannibal Holocaust. I don't know if I could trust Rue Morgue, because Rue Morgue also said that that like the August Underground films were masterpieces of the genre, and I kind of disagree with that. But alright, a movie I've seen, movie I know nothing about. What's this next one? Hey! No, I was wondering, like, this is a clear case. This is probably a Scream Factory or Shout Factory release. It is, Elvira's Movie Macabre, fucking, what is it? Count Dracula's Great Love. I've never seen that. I do own a couple of these Movie Macabre sets. Where are they? Oh, yeah, right here. Literally right here. I do own a couple of these, like, Elvira Movie Macabre sets. I'll be honest, I haven't watched, like, any of them. But what's funny is, I just realized this. One of the ones I own, which is this double set, which is on 2 DVDs. Let me check the DVD I just got. Now, to be clear, I love Elvira as a character. She's great, and the actress who portrays her, Cassandra Peterson, I think is her name. She's still a babe to this day. I watched Elvira Mistress of the Dark for the first time last October, and I hated myself for not watching it sooner because it's so much fun. It's legitimately, like, I think one of my favorite horror comedies currently. I'm mainly trying to buy time while I'm trying to crack through this with my nails, even though I have an axe sitting next to me. My life is still backwards as hell. But let's see. Let's look at this disc. Okay, yeah, this is literally... Okay, so here's the double pack release I have, with Count Dracula's Great Love and Frankenstein's Castle of Freaks. And here's the one I got from the horror pack, which is Count Dracula's Great Love. You can't make any of those discs. It's the same fucking disc. Like, those are the same exact discs. So technically I already own this. I was like, oh, another fucking Movie Macabre set. I guess I can throw in with the other ones that I don't have, that I haven't watched. But no, here we go. Count Dracula's Great Love. And Elvira's Movie Macabre, Count Dracula's Great Love, which I already own. God damn, this is... Yeah, it is. Oh, Paul Naschy is Count Dracula in Count Dracula's Great Love. I did not know that. I know he's mostly known for playing werewolves. I have like... Oh, I have one more left. Oh, this is gonna be... Okay, so far it's an okay pack. I don't know what else to say. It's a fucking Elvira Movie Macabre. I'm dropping shit now because I don't care anymore. And yeah, another one that I've heard of that I really don't want to watch because I've heard it's kind of fucking terrible. It's War of the Dead, which is a Nazi zombie film. I remember when zombies for Call of Duty World at War came out, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, it's so great!" Like, the idea of, you know, there being Nazi zombies is amazing. And the thing is that the genre for Nazi zombies had existed for the longest time, with films like I haven't seen most of these, but films like Dead Lake, Shockwaves, I think, is the other one from the 70s, and the one I have seen, which is a film from Jess Franco, which is uh, Oasis of the Dead, also known as blood-sucking Nazi zombies, which that's the only one out of those three that I've seen, and that one is legitimately fucking awful. And then, you know, people were like, hey, we should make a movie about Nazi zombies, and then Dead Snow came out, and Dead Snow is great. And that was in the horror pack for, like, the first horror pack for December had, it's right here, had a limited edition, like, fucking, I think it's a Canadian, like, steelbook of Dead Snow, which isn't available, like, anywhere, as far as I know. I haven't been able to find it anywhere else, but, you know, Dead Snow came out, and then people wanted to jump on that fucking Nazi zombie train, so they made movies like this, War of the Dead, as well as there's one that is, like, they've been talking about making for years, but they still have not, like, gotten it together to make it, which is, like, one called The Fourth Reich, which they've been talking about that one since, like, the beginning of fucking time. But I mean, like, I don't know what to say about War of the Dead, because I've never fucking seen it. And we got a brochure here for other movies from this company. Let's see what else they got. They got Elvira's Haunted Hills, which is kind of terrible. They got The Devil's Rock, which is a Nazi-themed horror movie that's actually pretty fun. I mean, I know this isn't their actual, like, full catalog, but out of all these, only one of these I've actually, like, only two of them I have actually seen before, and one of them I like. Yeah, this is like, I mean, I can't really say I'm, like, disappointed, because I kind of expected this month's pack to be a little shoddy, because it's my birthday month, and with the kind of track record horror pack has had with my birthday month, I wouldn't expect it to be great, but it's definitely better. I mean, Elvira's Movie Macabre, again, I have not watched any of that. I'm pretty sure it was a show in the 80s. I haven't watched any of those. I've seen the two, like, actual Elvira films, and those are good, but I'll have to watch those eventually. So, you know, if you like Elvira, which I'll probably end up watching that one, that's good. Hunger is solid. From what I remember, I'll have to rewatch that. I really liked that one. Silent Retreat, I know nothing about, but I'm sure it is at least half decent. I mean, it looks fairly interesting, so I guess I'll give it a shot. And War of the Dead, which doesn't even look half decent. It looks honestly fucking atrocious. Like, look at that fucking cover art. You can't sit here and tell me that cover art does not look like, that doesn't look absolutely terrible. But, I would still recommend the horror pack. It's a good way to beef up your collection with some weird, kind of lesser-known flicks. I would definitely say Hunger is a very lesser-known movie. I really like Hunger quite a bit. Silent Retreat I've never heard of, so, you know, and I'm a pretty big horror fan, so I'm sure that movie isn't too bad. War of the Dead I've heard of, but I don't really know much about, so it's another obscure kind of movie to throw in the collection. Elvira's always fucking good. There's, I mean, other than Elvira's Haunted Hills, which I think the only problem with that film was that it was based in, like, the fucking Renaissance era and not modern era, like suburbia, like Mistress of the Dark is. That's what makes Mistress of the Dark so great. I'm fucking babbling now. But yeah, subscribe to the horror pack. Links in the description. You can subscribe. You can subscribe for the DVD pack, which is what I do because it's fairly cheap. Or you can get the Blu-ray pack, which I always check to see what's in the Blu-ray pack every month, just to see what's going on. I know there's a couple times where they've gotten, like, some really cool limited edition stuff. I know every month for this year they're doing a limited edition Blu-ray for every single month for the Blu-ray horror pack, which is great. And it's exclusive to the horror pack, and some of them are even autographed. That's pretty cool. I mean, so far with the horror pack, we've only gotten, like, with the DVD pack at least, we've only gotten like 2 or 3 limited edition, like, strictly for the horror pack editions of movies. But I like how I said I'm starting to ramble like 3 minutes ago when that I should stop, and here I am. I'm still going. So anyway, guys, this is Biscuit Blue Horror Reviews. Signing off. Peace.